I'm sitting here in the Quest experience at the Quest Nutrition booth, and we're about to do a virtual reality of something or another. And supposedly we're going to see the future of the supplement industry in virtual reality. Quest is on top of everything. They are cutting edge, beyond cutting edge. I got my mask on here for sanitary purposes. I feel like I might be some type of superhero here. Let's see what's going to happen, and then from here we go into the testing room where we see some of the new prototypes, and then we get to interview Bruce. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, we're moving on. We just did the virtual reality tour, which was really pretty cool. Never really done one of those. Now we're over here in the taste testing room. What we're basically going to be doing is taste testing Quest Nutrition's new keto products, which are right up my alley, as you know. High protein, high fat, very low, minimal carbs. What do we got here? First of all, what's your name?
I'm Derek with Quest Nutrition. So what we're gonna do today is the tasting room, like you said. What we got specifically for keto items, we have the Snickerdoodle Keto Cookie, which is gonna be the triangle one there with the cinnamon on it. Just like you said, high fat, moderate protein, low to no carb.
What are the carb contents of these things we're tasting, probably?
Snickerdoodle per whole cookie is 2 or less. It's gonna have about 9 grams of protein, 20-ish grams of fat.
The whole keto approach is higher fat than protein, actually almost 2 to 1, right?
Exactly, at least 2 to 1. Some of them they have 4 to 1. The majority are 2 to 1.
All right, so this is the what is this
right here? That's going to be the Snickerdoodle Keto Cookie.
Snickerdoodle Keto. What is it called?
Snickerdoodle Keto Cookie.
Snickerdoodle Keto Cookie. If I was a betting man, I would swear there's carbohydrates in there. Unbelievable.
One too. That one's my favorite. I also do a ketogenic diet, and that one's by far my favorite.
What's next?
The next one you're gonna like a lot, the little square ones, are the cheddar keto snaps. So when you taste them, strong, robust, cheese flavor, and they're crunchy.
It's like goldfish, except without the carbs.
Goldfish or a cheese nip, that kind of thing.
That's really good. What is this again?
That one's the cheddar keto snaps.
Cheddar keto snaps taste just like goldfish. Those little goldfish, if you remember growing up. Wow.
It's good, right?
No carbs?
And that one, yeah, that one's 2 or less per bag, and the bags aren't small. They're large, like snack-sized bags.
It tastes so corn-like that I can't believe it.
It's crunchy.
Yeah.
Which is like if you're doing keto, you don't get a lot of crunch.
What next?
So what we have on here, the last one. So a lot of these, what people do if they want to do keto, the high-protein chip.
Right.
It's 20 grams a bag, pretty much low fat, low carb. So you do something else with it, like guacamole, have some nuts, do some sour cream. But taste that one right there. So you're gonna see it's.
What's this chip?
So that one's the nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese keto chip.
It's good, right? Yeah, way better.
Unbelievable.
So that one you're gonna get
wow.
Cheese flavor. It's crunchy like a Dorito.
I almost can't tell the difference. It tastes exactly, it almost feels like you guys are trademark infringing. It's so good.
It's amazing, man. They actually have people that are working on these in R&D that literally are mirroring formulas. It's amazing.
What's this? Keto water?
Yeah, that actually is keto water. Nothing in it.
No carbs. No, what's this? This little nugget.
This one right here, this is the Beyond cereal bar. Not specifically keto, but more for people like a breakfast bar, a snack bar.
Is that carb-free too?
This one is low to moderate carbs, but what's really unique about this, what they're doing, the sweetener it uses is called allulose. Now, allulose is natural. It's from like prunes, it's from figs, it's from maple syrup, but it doesn't affect your blood sugar like normal sugar does. So it actually doesn't spike it, and it has less calories per gram.
Good for diabetics.
Exactly. But it tastes just like, when you taste that, it tastes like eating a sugary breakfast bar. And it's waffle.
It's like, it looks like a Rice Krispie bar. That's sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah.
It's very sweet, so more for like the traditional breakfast bar people that are having those.
All right, here's the question. When is this stuff available and where?
So what's amazing right now, the next one that's going to come out is going to be that waffle bar, probably in mid-November. It'll be mainstream markets. But anybody that signs up for Quest Labs, anybody that goes through this today is going to get a sign up too. You can sign up online. All these products are available when you're a member of Quest Labs. New Quest bars before they come out, new products, and you can put feedback on what you want to see out there.
I love it, and I'm on the list already. I got to tell you, I get all the stuff advanced, but I love the ketogenic line of Quest. it seems like there's a couple of companies trying to copy you out there. I saw it in the Olympia Expo, but these products are high quality, they taste good, and you can use them when you're trying to stay lean and you don't want to gain too much weight. And I'm a big advocate, obviously, of high protein, high fat, because that's what builds and repairs muscle. Carbohydrates are merely a fuel source. We don't need to eat excessive amounts of them. Guys, check out Quest Nutrition because they got great new products. Let's go talk to the owner, Ron, our old friend, and see what goodies he's gonna send us home with. Thanks, Derek. I'm standing over here with Ron. We just went through the Quest experience, Ron. What you guys are doing is unbelievable. I mean, I have to believe it cost you a fortune to set this freaking booth up.
Just a small fortune.
People love it. I mean, they love the fact that they can try new things and have technology introduced to them. But the message that you're delivering here today, and I see a couple other booths trying to copy you, is that low carb dieting is the way to go. Low carb eating, and it's one thing to eat bars, but you can't eat bars all day. Now you're making, foods that kids can even eat, chips and cookies, and I mean, I'm flabbergasted by how good the foods taste and how you're able to reproduce the taste without carbohydrates. I mean, what's the secret?
It's mostly understanding proteins and how they interact. So you just basically got to take a lot of swings. You got to know which proteins are soluble, which are insoluble, and then you got to know what you're after. If you're trying to make a Dorito, that's one set of challenges. If you're trying to make a Snickers bar, it's a very different set. So we basically throw it up on Quest Labs, which has been instrumental because we get real feedback from people, and we know today, hey, from our testing, our tortilla chip has done really well. Our cereal bar has done really well. Protein cookie needs a little work. So that's really the whole purpose of this.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, where do you even start? Because no one has created it. You're making stuff that no one's ever made before. You go in a lab and start mixing, batter up. I mean,
it's pretty simple. We envision a day where we can invite you to a Super Bowl party, and there's 2 tables. One table, it looks the same as the other, but they have very vastly different metabolic effects. One gets you shredded and jacked, and the other one, not so much. So
one gets you fat.
The other one gets you fat. And it really is born of a desire. I mean, we all want to be able to eat Oreos or whatever and not suffer the effects. So it's just driven, like if you look at our R&D department, it's mostly people that don't have food science backgrounds. We have several food scientists, but they aren't the best guys. It's the non-trained people that just want it more.
Now, I heard you're very tough on the flavor guys you got there. That you guys discard a lot of stuff that never makes it to market. Way more than you actually produce.
Oh, not exaggerating, easily thousands and thousands. 10,000 might be too much. Thousands and thousands of things get discarded to get one real thing.
Which costs a tremendous amount of money to develop this stuff, but I mean, you guys are dedicated to this. I mean, you could just rest on your bar laurels, but you're going to the next level, and I think that's really what makes Quest special, because you're giving back to society in a sense.
We are, but you know why we're really doing it? Because it's a hell of a lot of fun. So yeah, it is, but what wakes people up in the morning is they like to be challenged, create new stuff, and it's fun to come here. This is our base. So, to basically, people tell us, oh, you'll never be able to X, Y, or Z, and then we try to outdo it.
Now, my viewership likes science, they like nutrition, they like supplementation. Talk to me about allulose, this new sweetener that you're using in that prototype bar over there that you just had me taste, that tastes like a Snickers bar.
So, food companies ask themselves a lot of questions. One question we ask ourselves is, how can we starve our customers? No one likes to think like that, but starvation's the only thing that really works across all animal species.
And burning fat, yeah.
Right. And so allulose is a rare sugar. It's found in nature, but it's very little known.
Where is it found? What foods would have allulose?
It's found in just about anywhere you find sugar, you'll get a little bit of allulose. It's an epimer of fructose. And it has effectively no calories. The FDA will put it between 0 and 0.4. It's like erythritol, except it's not a polyol, it's actually a sugar.
It's not a sugar alcohol, it's actually a sugar molecule, which our bodies would be able to recognize a little better, I think.
That's right. And also, your body recognizes it, but it recognizes it and it basically doesn't metabolize it at all.
It just goes right through you?
Here's the weird thing. If you take like 5, 10, 15 grams, it'll drop your blood sugar. So Tom,
Yeah.
It dropped him like 34 points, just fasted. So it's pretty interesting. There's some interesting
What's
research.
probably happening is that your body is releasing insulin because it senses sugar, but there really is no sugar in the blood to be absorbed.
Believe it or not, probably not. So Jacob Wilson's looking at this. You don't get an insulin spike. So
You don't get insulin.
No, it's non-insulinogenic.
How's blood sugar dropping then?
It's really weird. I don't think the mechanism's understood. I know that the American Diabetic Association actually put their seal of approval, and they don't do that on the ingredient. But it's interesting because there's no calories, so you can make really interesting stuff, and the experience is decadent, but you don't have the stuff with the calorie
The
hit.
mouthfeel is sugary.
Yeah, very sugary. You can do all kinds of things.
I'm grabbing this bar. This bar in the unmarked wrapper is so good. Johnny, get a close up of this bar, because this bar is like real nougat. It's got nuts in it. It's delicious, and there's no impact carbs in there.
No, it's actually less carbs than a regular Quest bar.
Less than a regular Quest bar. So are you going to replace this with all Quest bars? Will they have this in it?
We're going to have ultimately a lot of different bars.
Because you could call this a natural bar essentially now.
Yeah, you could, exactly.
No artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm sure all these health, stores that don't do artificial sweeteners will love these bars.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's a lot of other applications beyond bars that we're doing, because you can make caramel and things like that.
Is it an expensive ingredient? Is that why people are not using it?
It is expensive, especially right now. I'm sure it'll fall over the next 5 years, but right now, yeah, it's pretty expensive.
I could foresee putting this in protein powders too, obviously.
You could put it in protein powders for sure, yeah.
And have a naturally sweetened protein powder.
You can. It's not a high intensity sweetener, so it's not like sucralose that's 600 times sweeter. So it's pretty bulky. So you'd have to use
a lot of it.
So some people might do it, but it probably won't be widespread for that use.
Well, Ron, you're killing it over here at Quest. Thank you so much once again for supporting RxMuscle, but better yet, supporting our industry with great foods, great snacks, and great everything now, because you know what? Pretty soon, people will just be eating all Quest foods.
Yeah,
I might be. You have some people become vegans. I'll become a Questian or something like that.
I appreciate that. One thing we should probably just mention. Do you know about QuestKeto.com?
No, tell us about that.
So basically, we launched actual food. So we actually ship them frozen to people's house. They can sit in their refrigerator.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, anyone who wants to do a keto diet, we've been using it with all the studies that we're doing with all the universities and hospitals. That's what we ship our patients.
Wow.
So it basically keeps you in a high state of ketosis.
What's that website again?
QuestKeto.com. And it's things like cinnamon rolls, flatbreads, weird stuff like that you wouldn't otherwise be able to eat on a keto diet.
Sneaking into my dad's diet, he won't even know it.
Yeah, you can try it. We'll send you some. Let me know.
I'll say, Dad, eat these. He'll be like, these are delicious, because he'll maybe lose a little weight. Once again, thank you so much. And guys, check out questnutrition.com. They are the innovators of innovators.